It's now time for Cappy, the Real Paranormal Podcast with host Johnny Rushing, the founder and lead investigator of Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. We now take you to the studio for today's show. Here is Johnny Rushing.
Hello, everybody. It's time for another Cappy, the Real Paranormal, because that's what this is, and that's what I say. That's why I say what I say, is because this is what I say, isn't it, John?
Always.
Hey, I love it. I pay him well.
Yes.
I pay him well. Double your salary. What's 2 times 0?
I mean, that in Chinese food.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Double the MSG.
Guess what, John?
What?
We've got the beautiful, the amazing, the illustrious, the highly sought after, Beth.
Aw.
Hi,
Hey,
Beth.
guys.
Hey, sister. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good, Beth. How are you today?
Oh, good. I'm great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh.
Looking forward to tonight's show.
Me too. I've been looking forward like all week.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what it is. It's just this week, all I've thought about was Cappy Real Paranormal.
Yeah. Hey, I hope everyone feels that way.
Sometimes I have a lot of other thoughts. A lot of those I can't go into on the air. But a lot of my thoughts are stuff like when I'm walking left, right, chew gum to left, right. Oh, ow, that hurts. That's usually when I fall.
Don't forget breathe.
Who was that? John, your voice has changed so much.
Yes.
It is the beautiful Lydia.
Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
Hello.
Awesome.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us in the studio tonight.
Happy to be here.
I'm just mesmerized the fact that we have the great Lydia here tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not Lydia. I don't know if you knew that.
It's not Lydia?
No, it's the great.
The great Lydia. Lydia the Great?
Lydia
the Great.
Not Leah. Who is
I
Lydia?
said Lydia.
Lydia the Great.
Lydia the Great. That's going to be your nickname in chat now.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. That or Chicken Girl.
I love this soundboard. It sounds so real.
I know, seriously. It's like there's someone sitting right across from you
I
that's
know, right?
making really bad, really stupid chicken noises.
So, I almost hate to do this, John, but something has been eating at me this week, and it's just...
Is it that tapeworm?
No, I got to stay out of the piranha pool.
Oh, okay, that would do
keep
it.
Eating at me. There's not a whole bunch left. Well, there is. There's quite a bit left right now, but no. You know what? I've been seeing so many advertisements and so many invitations, and I even did a little rant on the Book of Faces today, or the other day about this. But I'm just so sick of monetizing and raping the paranormal.
Yeah, that's a big problem nowadays.
I warned you that I was going to talk about
Yeah, I know.
this.
We
have a topic tonight, but I wanted to throw this in tonight because it's just something that is just, you know how I feel about
I know. I mean, it's insane the way people treat, clients, people that are in need, or as we call them, family, our Cappy family.
Yeah.
Clients are bread and butter of a paranormal team. To a lot of
Do you know what it does to me when I hear about a client calling me and telling me that they spent X amount of dollars for this other team that came in and did an investigation?
It makes you a little bit perturbed.
Yeah, a little crazy.
Yeah.
A little crazy. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm known throughout the paranormal as the psychic buster, but I'm about to get on another soapbox now. I'm going to be the monetizing team buster.
Is that the reason you brought the soapbox into the studio?
That is exactly the reason why this thing is here.
Okay.
And if you bump your toe on it or anything like that, I apologize. You didn't get a splinter or anything like that. It's my fault, but I couldn't help it. I had to do it, man.
Okay.
It's driving me nuts, man. Every time I look at the Book of Faces and just pretty much any social media, that's all I see now.
Oh, yeah.
Get your tickets today. Buy your tickets today.
Oh,
for only $50, you can join our investigation.
The first time this place has ever been investigated. You know who I'm talking to.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. It's one of the big ones out there that's doing this, and it's driving me insane. We talked about this not long ago as far as psychics go. A true psychic, if they're truly a psychic, they're not going to charge money or even talk about what they do or anything like that.
They don't advertise.
Yeah, if you see an advertisement for a psychic or something like that, I get in so much trouble talking about this. I get in so much trouble.
But Johnny, they
I've been
have to make a
ghosted so many
livelihood.
times. They have to make a living.
They
That's
gotta
right.
make a living,
That's
dude.
right.
Come on.
Well, maybe they should get a job.
Yeah, well, I mean, or play the lottery.
Don't rob, get a job. That's
Don't
what I always
rob,
say.
get a
Don't
job.
rob, get a job. That's what you do, and that's what they're doing. So that's what I wanted to kind of stand on my soapbox that I brought in for John to stumble over today is I wanted to talk about if you have a team contact you, or if you contact a team to come in and help you with your paranormal whatever, or if you see an advertisement that you get to investigate the museum tonight at 7:00 for only $100 a head, don't do it. It's as simple as that. I want to put out 2 announcements.
Okay.
My first announcement is Cappy Camps, that we have one coming up we're going to talk about in a minute. We usually do our class, our Paranormal 101 class.
Yes.
On haunting investigations. And there's a charge for that class. I'm not even going to say what the charge is now because it doesn't matter because the charge is no longer there.
Okay.
I said that if all these teams are going to go out there and use the paranormal as a personal bank account and keep raping this field, that I'm not going to charge for anything ever again. So the charge for the class is now gone. So it doesn't matter what the charge is. We didn't make money off of it anyway. We lost money.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was just to kind of help buy the material and stuff like that. But no more.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Hey.
The class is free. We're going to go back to that. We used to have it free, and then I got fussed at, and then we tried to put a charge on it, and then we stopped, and then we started again. And then we even raised it.
Yeah, for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, and then
I don't think it even lasted a full camp.
no, it sure didn't. And so we went back down to another price, and then I said, you know what? After all this, we're just not going to charge anymore. So from now on, the Cappy class is free.
Wow.
No more charges. If you want to come in and take the class, come on.
All right. That's awesome, dude.
Is that
It
okay?
is awesome. That is great.
Is that okay if I do that, guys?
You got my vote.
It's okay with me.
Awesome. Because I'm so sick of this. If you contact a team because you're having some sort of experiences in your home or your business or historic site or whatever, and you wanted to get this fixed and you want some help from somebody and they charge you, run.
Exactly. I mean, that's always what I learned with you. I mean, I've whenever I started doing investigations, that's one of the first things that came out of your mouth. The very first client we ever took or new Cappy family member that we ever took on and investigated their location.
That's right.
And you're like, well, the one of the first things they asked me is, well, how much do you charge to come in? And I really didn't have an answer at that point. I mean, I was just kind of, spitballing, trying to find locations.
He was a newbie.
Yes. And I called John. He's like, what are you talking about?
That's a simple answer.
Yeah, no. I was like, they were asking how much we charge. He goes, we never charge anything. I'm like, oh, okay.
No money.
No money.
We're not going to bring money into it ever again.
Well, why is that important, Johnny?
Because of the one thing we talked about on our first show was what the most important thing for a team is integrity and credibility.
Yes.
And you start throwing dollar signs around, the first thing you're going to lose is your integrity.
Exactly.
And then because that money becomes so important to you, then you're going to start losing integrity.
Mm-hmm. The love of money.
And if you're in this without integrity or credibility,
you might as well be Zach.
You almost said it. We're going to talk about him a little bit tonight, actually.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him just a little bit when we get on the subject, the main topic.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Zachary
Okay.
a little bit and his team.
I think there's some of them that could have been really good investigators once upon a time.
No, I doubt it. Okay, whatever. I'll take your word for it. I haven't never watched a full episode, so I don't know. We're getting in so much trouble tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
From derailing teams that charge money to talking about these famous teams I can't say that word. It's without a straight. I can't do a keep straight.
He's doing air quotes, people. You can't see him. He's actually doing air quotes.
It's
teams.
What did Billy Crystal used to say? It's crazy go nuts.
Crazy go nuts.
Crazy go nuts. And it really is. But yeah, the point without all the joking and messing around and tomfoolery and everything is
Tom's not here.
He will be. Yet. Is if there's a money sign involved in whatever you're doing in the paranormal, stop it, because Johnny's coming for you. I'm going to expose you. This town ain't big enough for the both of us anymore. I'm coming for you. That sounded like a really bad sick cat, didn't it? What on earth? I need some kibble. I need some kibble so bad. Let's keep it clean, John.
I didn't say.
You are the procrastinator of procrastinators, okay? Gosh, you're the one that started this whole thing. Man.
Eventually, I always start everything.
Hey, this is my lie. You leave me alone in it. So, but I just wanted to get that off. I hope it's okay. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Hey, go for it.
I just wanted to get that off my chest. I want to talk about the class a little bit and something that's coming up.
Yes, we got two things coming up.
Yes, we have two things coming up. We have a meet and greet coming up.
Oh yeah,
what? A meet and greet? So you mean the people can actually come, sit down, eat, and fellowship with the team?
That's the plan.
Wow. So you don't have to worry about this weird voices anymore. You can actually put faces to it.
You'll still have to worry about the weird voices, but you'll be able to. Yes, you'll be able to put faces.
Are we talking about our voices or the voices that I hear?
Could be both.
Both.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, but come on out. We're going to be at
Cotton's Alabama Barbecue in Eclectic, Alabama.
Cotton's Alabama Barbecue in Eclectic, Alabama. They are not a sponsor for tonight's show. Not at all.
But never mind.
They're not a sponsor for tonight's show. We just love them so much, and we're going to be doing our meet and greet there. The reason that we're going to do that is because I'm fat, and I'm always hungry, and they have the best barbecue ever. So I want to go partake.
It's a meet and greet, boss. MEAT. Meet.
Meet and
it's
greet.
Not MEAT.
It's MEAT. Meet.
I want some meat.
Where's the meat?
And Cotton's.
At Cotton's.
At Cotton's, absolutely. It's Cotton's Alabama Barbecue in Eclectic, Alabama.
That's right.
Saturday night. This coming Saturday night.
This coming Saturday night
at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
I wished it was Saturday night right now. Well, it is Saturday night right now.
It is for the people on the.
We're here and not at Cotton's. But next Saturday we'll be at Cotton's. We'll be at Cotton's, eating some barbecue and talking about paranormal.
Yep.
Alive and in the flesh. And people can actually see us and meet us. John, are you worried about what people will see when they see you? Are you worried about what their anticipation of your voice is as opposed to what it actually is?
I usually find it very, very, very funny when people actually see actually see me versus just hearing me over the. It's hilarious because they're like, where did all that come from?
Yeah.
What the heck?
You're not what I pictured.
You're not.
I get that a lot too. Yeah, they're like, you're so not what I pictured.
Hey, it's Cotton's Alabama Barbecue, right?
Right. In Eclectic.
What's
the address though, so people will know how to get there?
4485 Kalijah Road in Eclectic, Alabama, 36024.
Awesome.
Say it one more time.
4485 Kalijah Road in Eclectic, Alabama, 36024.
Poor old Kalijah never got a kiss. Oh, I'm sorry. Poor old Kalijah never got some barbecue.
That's sad.
Because it wasn't there then. They built it since Kalijah was there. Plus, he was just an old wooden Indian. He wouldn't have ate anyway. But y'all come on out, seriously, and join us at 5 o'clock this coming Saturday, the 26th, in Eclectic at Cotton's Alabama Barbecue.
4485 Kalijah Road, Eclectic, Alabama, 36024.
She should get paid for this.
Come on with it, boss man.
Yeah, she should get paid for this.
Double your salary.
Yeah, double whatever I'm paying you now.
Exactly.
Triple it, as a matter of fact.
So we're going back to the Chinese place.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. China-nutely. But, yeah, y'all come out and visit us with us. And there's another time they can visit with the team, too, John.
There is.
They could come out to Camp Grist.
Paul M. Grist State Park,
Yeah. Right there in
Valley Grande.
Valley Grande, Alabama. We're going to be there next month, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Why are we going to be there?
Cappy Camp.
Cappy Camp!
Guys, if you do not know what Cappy Camp is, we've talked about it on the air before, but if you do not know what Cappy Camp is, you are missing out on a blast.
It's always
so much
wonderful.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
We
Wonderful.
do a lot of eating, a lot of laughing, and a lot of learning.
Very much so.
Yeah, I was thinking about something else, but it's learning is what I meant to say. Yeah. we
Eating.
we do the class.
And eating.
We do we eat a lot at Cappy Camp. You never leave Cappy Camp hungry.
Oh, no.
Ever.
Except for more.
Yes.
Cappy Camp.
Cappy Camp. More Cappy Camp.
More Cappy
That's right.
Camp.
You're hungry for more Cappy Camp. We're always wanting. No one ever wants to leave.
No.
Sundays when it's time to go home, everybody's like, I wonder if I can call in sick tomorrow.
Was tempted a few times.
John and I
actually.
almost did. I think the last time we was at Camp Grist, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last time we were.
We both said
yeah.
we could actually take Monday off and stay here another night. And we actually came really close.
Yeah.
I think it was our wives that brought us
Yes, it
brought
was.
us around to another way of thinking. on
Yes.
that. Yeah, because John and I, we usually sit around after camp, after everybody's left, and kind of piddle around and help each other put stuff up and pack up and everything. But a lot of it's just us sitting in the shade, just talking about the camp and how it went and everything. And that day, that time at Cappy Camp, the only thing John and I could talk about was staying another night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Camp Grist, the lake there is so beautiful.
100 acres of beautiful blue water.
I mean, you can swim there.
Yes.
Boat, kayak,
Yes. Fish,
paddle
boats,
boats.
canoes. holding your feet in the water.
Oh
whatever.
man.
And it's going to be late September, but I think with the way this summer's going, I think it'll still probably be warm enough.
The water
Well,
should
and,
be warm enough.
Yeah, I
would
think we
say.
should probably keep boating and even swimming.
Exactly.
I'm bringing my bathing suit just in case.
I'm thinking about bringing my bathing suit.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be bringing my bathing suit. So, worst case scenario, it'll be really cold and we can just go polar bearing.
No, he's okay.
He's not here yet.
He's not here yet. Polar bear's not here yet. Yeah.
Yeah, but 22nd, 23rd, 24th September.
Correct.
You guys come on out. Friday we get there. We help everybody with their tents and set up everything. Last camp we went to, Lydia and them had this little Walmart 2-person tent.
It was awful.
It was a little kids tent, but they have informed me that they have bought a much larger, much more comfortable tent, so we won't have to hear all that whining this year.
Oh.
So look at that look she's giving me.
Oh yeah. Hey, I would not mess with Lydia.
Oh no! I said it at the beginning of the show. She's twice the man I'll ever be.
Exactly.
Yeah, she is all country. That's a turnip green right there. Right? You don't mess around with him.
And if you don't want to camp, you can come by Saturday.
Oh,
right?
What was that?
I think
Beth,
it was
we lost you. What happened?
Beth.
Huh?
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Hey, we lost you right in the middle of that sentence. Could you do that again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying if you don't like to camp, that they could come by that Saturday and visit with us.
Absolutely. You don't have to camp the whole weekend.
Oh no.
You don't even have to camp the whole weekend if you want to take the class.
No, they can just come in on Saturday morning.
Yeah, just come in Saturday morning around 10 a.m. and take the class and hang out with us that evening. And you know what, John? You know what this site permits us to do?
What is that, Johnny?
After the class, we can actually do an investigation.
Where are we going to investigate, Johnny?
So if someone wants to come and take the class, they can actually come take the class and investigate that evening before they go home. Or they can camp there the whole weekend and just have a blast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, one of the things about Cappy Camp that I just love is it's not just about the paranormal. It's not just about camping, and it's a lot of fellowshipping together, getting to know each other, families. You get to meet not just the people on the team, but you meet a lot of their families who come in. I mean, kids, dogs, significant others.
Absolutely.
And it's all, everyone is welcome.
Hey, because of where we're going, you could even bring the horse.
Horses.
Camp Grist is such a unique place. They have a huge horse trail cut through the woods there.
Yeah. They had, I mean, there was like a huge, like a herd of horse people coming through that one morning.
Just about every weekend, especially during the summer and fall, just about every weekend, if you're out at Camp Grist, you're going to see probably every horse breed you've ever seen that you can think of, because there's so many. I think last time we were there, I think we counted somewhere around 28
or
different
more.
riders. Yeah,
something like
riders.
that.
Yeah, it was just such, and they were great people too.
They'd
stop and we'd play with the horses and pet them and talk to the people, and it was an amazing week. I mean, weekend. It was really, really awesome. I have horses, but I live so far away from them, and I don't have a trailer.
Yeah.
So I said by the next time we went back to Camp Grist that I would have a trailer, but I still do not have a trailer.
No.
So I'm still in the market for a trailer. So anybody out there, you've got a trailer, let me know.
His number is no.
I could just ride a couple of the horses from Matthews all the way over to Valley Green. I guess that'd take me about a good day and a half.
Yeah.
That horse would not like you after that.
No.
Yeah, we'd have to take a break and sleep under the stars and everything. But.
Oh man, the stars at Camp Grist.
Oh,
You're away from all the light pollution.
Yes.
You can
and where we camp is right there by the lake, the 100-acre lake.
Oh yeah.
And there's no trees. The trees are behind us.
Yeah.
Where we camp, there's a horseshoe of trees behind us, but in front of us and on both upper sides is nothing but sky.
Yeah.
And John, what I love most about being there is on a clear night when you look out at the lake and it's hard to tell the difference between the sky and the lake.
That lake gets so calm with all the trees around it.
Yes.
And it's like glass.
Yes, it's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm sure everybody in this area has been to Camp Grist.
If they haven't, they need to.
To a party or to camp out or to fish or whatever. So
if you're interested in doing Cappy Camp, please email me at jbowen, BOWEN, .cappy, CAPI, @gmail.com.
Email John at jbowen.capi@gmail.com if you want to come to the camp. It is a lot of fun, guys. You will not. I've never once had one person, and we've had a lot of people come to Cappy Camp over the years, which Cappy Camp, by the way, is John's baby. John created this whole thing. We've had the class for years, and John wanted to do a venue for the class, and he sat down one night and turned all the electronics off and put blindfolds on. John has to do a lot to ease his mind because he's always thinking, and just came up with the whole concept of Cappy Camp, and that's John's baby, and he's ran it, and ever since he's been on the team, he's ran. I think the first year you came up with Cappy Camp that you were on the team.
Yep, it was,
and we've ran it for the last 5-6 years now. And it's always, I've never had one person come to Cappy Camp and then on that Sunday go to leave and say, "Well, that was a big waste of time."
Oh yeah.
The only comments that we get from people after Cappy Camp is
when's the next one?
Yep, exactly. When are we going to do this again? Next weekend?
Yes.
And to tell you the truth, I would.
Oh, I would love that.
If I didn't have to go to that JOB and make more money for Cappy Camp, then that's exactly what I would do, is just do Cappy Camp every weekend. I would love that.
Oh man.
I've always said that I wanted to be one of the guys that works at the national park. So I can just do it all the time, year round.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm a camping nut. I love it. So, but John, what do they do if they don't have any money or equipment or camping supplies or anything like that? That means they can't come to Cappy Camp, right?
No, send me an email. Tell me what's going on. I mean, we never let money. Hey, this sounds familiar. We don't let money get in the way of people coming to Cappy Camp and finding out about the real paranormal.
Amen.
That's the thing is, I mean, yeah, there's a charge for the tent sites, tents and stuff like that. If you don't have a tent, more than likely one of us has 1 to 5 that you can borrow one of them. I mean, if you don't have the
I've
money.
got a lot of tents. I do. Over the years, I've purchased so many single person, 2-person, 3-person, and then of course I got my big tent. So I mean, yeah, we've got
we've got tents covered.
Lydia and Preston's have more than one tent too. Now.
Yeah.
Yep, we do.
I know John does too.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, you'll never ever hear us say, "Oh, yeah, if that's the case, you can't come." We don't say that. We find a way for that to happen. I've had people call me and say, "Dude, I would love to come to Cappy Camp, but I can't because I don't have a car." I'm like, "Okay, what time will you be ready for me to pick you up?"
I wouldn't know of anyone that's like that. It's been me a few times.
Or say, man, I'd love to come, but I just don't have money for food or gas, or I don't have camping equipment. None of that is an excuse not to come to Cappy Camp, because we can pretty much accommodate anything.
We try our best to accommodate any kind of situation when it comes to getting people.
Now, if they say I want to come to Cappy Camp, but I live in California, probably not going to make it to Cappy Camp.
I mean, I could just send the jet.
Yeah. Send the Cappy private jet.
Yeah, because we're all about the money here.
That's
It's
right.
all about the
I think
Benjamins.
I'm using that weekend.
Say that again, Beth.
I said, I think I'm using the jet that weekend.
You're using the jet that week.
She's got the jet.
All right.
that
The
weekend.
jet will not be available.
The 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Yeah, for Cappy
Of
Camp. I
September.
apologize.
That's right.
Since Beth apparently needs it for something.
I think she just wants to get a bagel in Belgium. I think that's all it is.
Well, I mean, we do have some people that subscribe to our podcast there.
Yep. We're going to talk about that tonight, too, by the way. So, yeah. But come on out to Cappy Camp. It's September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th out at Camp Gris. They're in Valley Grande, Alabama. Let us know. Email John at jbowen.capi@gmail.com. You got me messing it up. You can also email myself at jrushing.capi@gmail.com. And if you want to come to Cappy Camp, remember, there's no excuse that we can't. Very few excuses that we can't. If you live on Mars, we're probably not going to be able to come and get you.
And
But
the sooner you get in, the sooner you let me know, the sooner that we can accommodate whatever situation that you're up against.
Yeah, so anything you need to do. Or if you live in the area, pretty close to in the Bible Belt here, close to Camp Gris, and you want to come, and you were saying, hey, I was going to camp anyway, come on out. You don't have to call us. Just come on out.
Yeah.
And you'll see us out there close to the levee. And you'll say, that must be those crazy paranormal people.
And you would be
just come
correct.
Yep, just come over and talk to us and say, hey, I heard about you guys on your show, and I wanted to talk to you about, maybe hanging out with you guys this weekend. We would never say no.
Of course not.
Ever. I think you would have to be on fire first to say, nah, maybe you need to sleep on the other side of the lake.
Or in the lake in
Or
that
in the
case.
lake. That would be a great place if you're on fire.
Yeah,
Is in the lake. Because if you come to us and you're on fire, we're probably going to put you in the lake. So
yeah.
It's not because I do this because I love you. No
She's
more white coat
right
hangers.
here. She's right here.
She's right.
She's right here.
So definitely come on out, guys. We're going to have a blast.
Oh yeah. It's going to be awesome. I'm
It is.
looking forward to it.
Me too. So if you can't make it to Cappy Camp, definitely make it this Saturday to Cotton's Alabama Barbecue and Eclectic.
Oh yeah.
And definitely check us out there. And if you need more information, or if you forgot everything we said because you didn't write it down, then just watch us next Sunday on YouTube at Cappy Paranormal. That's the page. Go on YouTube, type in CAPI Paranormal, and it'll take you to our Cappy Live page. And we're going to talk about it again there. We talk about it all the way up until the event. So,
Oh yeah.
And so we'll talk about it more there. Or you can go to our website, our amazing website, which is CappyParanormal.com, CAPI Paranormal.com.
There's a theme here.
Yeah, I know, right? It just keeps happening and happening.
Oh yeah.
But you can go to CappyParanormal.com and check out you can do our meet and greet, or not our meet and greet, but our get to know the team there. You can
Meet
see
the
pictures
team.
and bios.
Oh, yeah.
That's under construction, but I think they can still see it. Right?
Yeah, they
Is
should
that
be
right,
able-
Beth?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay, awesome.
Yes,
Awesome. I
yes.
thought they could. I know you were
Yes.
working on getting the new members on there and getting it updated, so I didn't know if it was under construction or if they could see it. So, yeah, you can
Well,
see it.
I mean, it's there. It needs to be updated, but I
Okay.
don't have information
Got you.
from the other team members yet.
Got you. Well, I'll get on them about that.
I'm looking at one
Yeah.
of them right now.
I'll make sure that happens.
She's right here.
Uh-huh.
She's right here.
I'll make sure that happens this week, Beth. I'll make sure it happens this week. But they can also see about our equipment, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Equipment that we have vetted and used and tried and trued, and it's good to go. You can use it. It works, and you can learn about it there on the website.
And it's not fake. It's the real thing.
The real deal.
It's the real deal,
Yep.
dude.
All right. Well, I've had my rant, and we've talked about Cappy Camp and the meet and greet. And
Oh yeah.
all that. So, let's get on to the topic tonight.
Okay, what's the topic for today, Johnny?
You know what I wanted to talk about? Something I don't like talking about a lot, especially in this type of setting or in class or anything like that.
What is it?
Demonic hauntings.
Oof. Okay.
Millions of radios just turned off.
Click. I ain't talking about no demons. No demons for me.
Yeah, you'll call them into the house.
Yeah, you go. Don't get their attention.
Don't mess with them.
Oh no.
But that's a whole different story when it comes to the paranormal, isn't it, John?
Oh yeah. If that's even suspected, that when we're on an investigation, I mean, you call a halt. You could tell us to get everyone out of the house. That's the clients. That's the team members, and you usually are there by yourself unless otherwise told.
Right. The reason I do that is to protect everybody.
Exactly.
There's so much that can happen. And my team knows that if I say, hey, it's time to clear out, that there's no questions asked. Everybody just goes.
No.
And John, I never do that unless there's a possibility of it being something really dark or evil.
Well, how often does that actually occur, Johnny?
Of it actually being demonic?
Yes, of there actually being a demonic.
Oh, very, very few.
So all these shows, they're constantly talking about, it's a demon.
Yeah, it's all showbiz. Yeah, it very seldom happens. Very, very seldom happens.
But I mean, that's like every single show.
Yeah.
On TV, on YouTube, it's all about the demons.
It's the demons.
It's the demons.
Always,
why is that?
what was that? A demon?
That
What
was
that?
that was a lung demon.
That sounded like a demon. I don't know what that was.
He's laughing at us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You okay?
That couldn't have been bad.
It was Tommy clearing his throat.
Oh, okay. That scared me a little bit. Don't do that. I said, there's no way that was Beth. That was way too throaty and baseful. No way.
That was Tommy.
Got you. Hey, Tom.
Tomfoolery.
Hey, bud. Hello.
Welcome aboard. I'm glad you made it before we.
I just arrived. Been here about maybe 2 minutes.
Awesome.
Welcome home. Glad you made it safe.
We're sitting here talking about demons, and then we hear roar, 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 roar.
Well, I thought I would.
Yeah.
Spice it up a little
Set the
bit.
Sound effects.
Give it a
was
little.
great timing.
It was awesome timing. It really was. Yeah, but yeah, it's a whole different area and whole different ball game when it comes to demonic hauntings. But it is that because of the presence possibly there. But I want to talk first about how do we get the present there? How does it get there in the first place?
Yes.
How does it occur?
How does the entity get there?
Right.
Okay.
That dark or demonic or evil or sometimes called black entity get there in the first place. And the great thing about a demonic is, John's like, a great thing about a demonic?
There's great things.
Yeah, there's great things about a demonic. There really is. The greatest thing about a demonic is the demonic can't just come in.
They can't.
They cannot just come in.
So, it can't just be there and you move in around it.
Nope.
Nope.
It has to be welcomed.
Ooh.
Yeah, it has to be welcomed. It has to be invited.
Ooh.
So we can't just
specifically
Now it can be accidentally invited.
Oh, okay.
Or not accidentally. It can't be accidentally, but it can be unintentionally.
Okay.
There's a difference between unintentional and accidental. Yeah, so it can be unintentional.
So it's the intent of the person to invite a demon or
just a dark entity.
A dark entity
Yeah, it doesn't
into their
necessarily have
lives.
to be- yeah, it doesn't have to be their intent. It could be unintentional.
Yeah.
It can happen that way.
Okay.
We've had cases where there's been something dark there, and we go in and do the investigation, and then they call us back and say, hey, this is still happening, and then we go back, and Beth will attest to this one. I know she's going to pop in her mind as soon as I say it, but we go back and we find objects
Oh yeah.
that are,
Yes.
and we just have to tell the client, look, we can sit here and spit in the wind all day long, and we can come keep coming back here and keep coming back here and keep coming back here. But as long as these practices, these invitations, and these objects are here, all you're doing is we come and put the fire out, but then you light it right behind us.
It's a revolving door.
Exactly.
Opens and closes at the same time.
Right, exactly. So that tells you right there that it has to be invited.
Yeah.
It can't just say, oh, that's a nice house, let me go screw with these people.
There's some houses here that, no, never mind, we're not talking about that.
I agree.
Yeah. Well,
Could they be invited, Johnny, by negativity?
Oh, absolutely they can. That's where the unintentional part comes.
Okay.
But it still has to be a direct invitation. We can do negativity by using a Ouija board. Now, I've preached and preached and preached that Ouija boards have no power, because they don't. It's just a board game, for crying out loud. It's no magical powers in there, no supernatural abilities in there to bring forth a demon or a ghost or spirit or entity, what have you. It doesn't have that ability. But now it can be used as a tool to excrete the energy and the ability that we have.
Okay, so it's the willingness to communicate.
To communicate or to call forward, or, if you teenagers sitting around one Friday evening and someone pulls out a Ouija board from out from under the bed and say, hey, let's do it, they're going to still invite that. Oftentimes not knowing what they're inviting or how dark the entity is.
Okay.
But they're just opening that door. They're opening that opportunity.
So, I mean, you could just being a outside, from an outside perspective, you could say, I want to talk to my Aunt Sarah.
Correct.
And get out a talking board, Ouija board, whatever you want to call it, and say, spirit board, Aunt Sarah, are you here? And that might not be Aunt Sarah that replies to you if you get a reply.
Yeah.
So, you can say, hey, Aunt Sarah, I love you. I miss you. I want you to come stay in my room with me.
Where's your insurance policy?
What's your insurance policy?
Yeah.
Do you I've been trying to get in touch with you because of your extended warranty. I mean, it's just that one fell flat.
Yeah,
but
I see where you're going. Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
So, I mean, all I'm saying is, you can be trying to do something maybe out of kindness, maybe because you miss someone,
right?
And because you have willfully opened that door, and something negative has responded.
Yes.
And that could be
a
that's
demon
a way.
has to be invited, but it doesn't have to tell you who you're inviting. Yeah, it doesn't have to identify itself.
Wow.
It can play games. It can say, I am Aunt Sarah, or it can take on the form of a pretty little girl in a white lace dress, and obtain that invitation.
And swing on a swing set.
Yeah, right. So, I mean,
creepy.
It has to be invited. And then once it's there, it pretty much has the run of the place. It can do whatever it wants to do.
Now, I mean, you say it has the run of the place, but I mean, how does someone know that they're dealing with that they're not dealing with Aunt Sarah?
When Aunt Sarah's not so nice anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, or does supernatural things. Remember, when we die, I've said this a million times. Everybody already knows what I'm going to say. We don't gain or lose anything. We do lose something. We lose our big old bag of bones. We're not in skin anymore. We don't have to carry around the big meat suit any longer. So, but our energy and our thoughts and our wisdom and everything we've learned is still there. And there's thoughts and hypotheses against that theory as well, because they say that our brain stores our information. And so if we die, we lose that brain. We no longer have that information. Things that make you go.
Exactly. I was going to say that. But I mean, does that make is that the substance of what we are? Is that the just the thoughts that we have, or is it the thoughts that influence the experience of our lives. I mean, it's all stored in energy for that matter.
Exactly.
So, and that's
Couldn't
what
have put
we
it
are.
better myself.
So, I mean, that would be my thought, though. I mean, we really don't know
Right.
unless someone passed and then came back and said, hey, guess
This
what?
is how it works.
So, this is what you
And we
should have
keep
done.
looking for volunteers to do that, but no one will say yes. They're always like, no, not going to do it. I'm
Nope.
addicted to love and life too much. So, but yeah, you're right. That wisdom and the wisdom, the knowledge, the experiences, and everything like that, we take that with us. That's all part of our inner self, our spirit, our soul, if you will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that is a part of that. So we take that with us. So we don't lose that, but we also don't gain special powers either.
I can't read your mind
Right.
when I'm dead.
Yes, we can't.
We can't?
No, but I mean, can a devil or can a demon? Can Satan himself do it, or can he will one of his demons to do it?
Ooh. I'm gonna. They're not human spirits,
Right?
they're very, very old.
They don't thrive that energy like we do.
No.
Because they don't have to. Because they've got an unlimited supply of it. Because they were given dominion over the earth.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, those supernatural accountabilities and supernatural abilities and all that stuff is possible with that. So if you're experiencing something like a couch or a refrigerator being thrown across the room, or something making you do something you don't want to do, or through possession or something like that, then it can be. But I don't want to throw possession in there as an evil being either, because possession's not always evil. Every religion out there, every sect of religious belief out there believes in possession. And it doesn't always have to be a bad possession. It can be, if you're Christian,
The indwelling of the Holy Spirit, would that be considered a form of?
That's exactly. That's a form of possession. You're being possessed by the Holy Spirit. What about people that talk about speaking in tongues?
Yeah.
They would have to be possessed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And the people that have claimed to speak in tongues have always claimed that they don't know anything about that. They don't recall what was said or how it was said or any of that stuff.
I mean, man, that's a good point. I've never really thought about that kind of possession. I always thought of possession as being an evil thing, but I mean, yeah, technically, like, that would be considered a form of possession.
Yeah,
indwelling.
So I don't want to throw possession into the
negative category,
into the dark pit. Yeah, because it's so much more than that. But it can be used, but it's also very, very, very rare. I hope that was Tom.
I hope that was Tom.
It was Tom.
Okay, good. Tom may need some NyQuil or something.
That or some holy water.
I think he needs the holy water.
I think we need the holy water, absolutely. But the whole demon growl just took me away from there.
It's always been on point too. I'm a little concerned.
I know, right?
At the perfect gap in conversation. What the heck is that?
Exactly. But there's been cases of demonic possessions, and so it does happen.
Okay.
Whether it be in a church setting or even a top bedroom, second door to the left in the mansion where the girl's head spins around and she spits out pea soup and
oh my gosh,
all that good stuff.
The Exorcist. Now that was actually based off of a real study, wasn't it?
Well,
to at least to a certain degree. I mean, very loosely.
Yeah, very, very loosely. I guess it's about the same as the Amityville.
Well, yeah. I mean,
as far as that being based off of the actual events, but you know how they glorify and kind of really throw that out there.
Now, there was another movie after The Exorcist that was based off of the same study. The Possession of something Rose.
Yeah, Emily Rose.
Emily Rose.
Yeah.
And that one was supposedly based off of the case that The Exorcist was based off of as well.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's been cases like the Ammons house. You've heard of that one in Gary, Indiana?
yes.
It was around 2011 or something
Yeah.
that, where the whole family was supposed to be possessed, and
Yeah.
That was Rosa Campbell, Latoya Ammons and her mother Rosa Campbell and their 3 children. I think the children was like 7, 9, and 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
In Gary, Indiana, and the whole family became possessed. But there was a whole bunch of stuff that was reported from that was then debunked too.
Yeah.
So, like the kid climbing up the wall backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was a story out of the New York Post from that incident. But then the child services worker that was there said that they never saw anything climb up the wall
what
backwards.
the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, but you get that whole mass dementia kind of thing, or delirium kind of thing going on when people talk about it. There was doctors in that case that actually said that the children were mimicking what the mother was saying, and that none of it was real. I think the police chief was like a huge paranormalist.
Yeah.
Kind of backed up everything they said.
Oh yeah, there was a documentary made based off of that one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Where a certain Hollywood entertainment, paranormal.
Didn't he buy that house and then burn it or something?
He bought the place.
Yeah.
Then bulldozed it after he recorded his little thing, saying,
but it ruined his vision.
Yeah, it ruined his vision.
Right.
He has to wear glasses had to wear glasses from then on because of the evil that he saw.
Yeah, he bought the
He
house
had
for
to
like
have some sort of special prisms or something put in his glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he bought the house for like $35,000 or something like that, and then burned it to the ground afterwards. Just like within the year afterwards.
Well, I mean, you couldn't have anyone go in there and be like, there's nothing going on.
Well, there's
here.
another interesting point about that case too. Is there was 3 tenants to that house before the Ammons family moved in, and neither of those 3 said they ever experienced anything. The owner of the house, the landlord, said they never experienced anything, and then 2 tenants after the Ammons family, before it was destroyed, lived there, and they said they never experienced anything either. And the Ammons family, once they moved, never experienced anything else.
Interesting.
So, and also, it was reported that the mother, Miss Ammons, was behind on her rent really bad too, and may have been one of the reasons. So, I bring that case up to not just make fun of Zach Baggins, but also to talk about how that is such an easy term to throw around, demonic. Yeah, and you said that at the beginning too. You talked about how a lot of the Hollywood shows and the TV shows and reality, if you can call it that, paranormal shows, how they that's one of the first things they go to is demonic.
The unreality shows.
Yeah, the unreality shows that they always go straight to it's evil.
It's evil.
Yeah.
We've had clients call that would say, that they felt that it was a demon. But once they really realized exactly what a demon was, then they knew that it was not a demon.
Right. Yeah. And that's because they've been fashioned, to do that, to think of that incidence, just because it goes bump in the night, that it's got to be demonic.
I mean, there are a lot of people that believe that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, and that anything that's left over on this earth is demonic.
Correct.
But the problem with that is you've got a counter side to that. There's the angelic as well. There's the divine as well as the demonic. So I mean, if you've got 2 different sides. If you say, "Oh, it's all evil," well, then how can there be any good left? And if it's all, I mean, you're automatically you're dealing with a fallacy there.
Right. And so, you have to keep in mind. You asked earlier, how would you know?
How would you know
that it's a demon? That you're dealing with a dark or evil entity instead of someone that used to be in skin. Instead of Aunt Sarah.
Yeah.
You've got to figure that out. And how would you know? And the thing to keep in mind is the demonic has never been human. Ever.
Okay.
We don't die and become demons. People say that about, say, Stalin or Hitler. They became devil apprentice.
Yeah, they became demons.
Yeah, definitely. And just like whenever someone's sweet or angelic dies, people say, well, God needed another angel. You know, it's just I mean, that's great to say, and it's a sweet thing to kind of take away from a death, especially like a young person or something like that, or a sweet old lady like Mother Teresa or something like that. You know, Mother Teresa didn't die, become an angel. No. We can't become angels. If you think you could become an angel, look up the description in the Bible of an angel.
Well, I mean,
that will flip your wig. We can never become angels, ever. And we can never become demons.
I mean, read the Bible. It talks about God creating the angels and I mean,
that was the whole purpose of losing Lucifer and a few other ones, was because he cared more about us than he did them. So.
Yeah.
So if you want to take it on a Christian side, then I'm sorry, we never become angels. Ever.
No.
Like I said, that's a great thing to take away from, especially like I say, if a child dies or something like that. That's the first thing. Well, God needed an angel, and he's just a sweet little angel. But no,
finally got his wings.
Yeah, he finally got his wings. He's working on his halo. You know,
mine's a little crooked.
Yeah.
Keep sliding off the slip of my skull.
Mine's so bent it won't come off my skull. It's just there. It's embedded. But yeah, we don't become demons. We don't become angels. I do believe that there is a reward and a punishment, you know, for your acts and the kind of person that you are, or whatever spirit you or energy you are. But we don't turn into that. A demon's never been a human. It's never had a conscience. It's never cared about you. It doesn't have the ability to be afraid or in pity of you. So it's always going to be evil. Evil is what evil does, and that's just all that's ever going to be. So,
the devil is Forrest Gump.
Whenever.
Sorry. Evil is as evil does.
That's right. That's that demon again. But you have to put everything in perspective. The whole thing about God and angels being aliens or extraterrestrials. You know, if you think about it, why would that not be true?
I mean, to a certain degree, because they're not of this plane.
Right, they're not of this planet. You know, he created Earth, not and man in his image, but he's not here. You know, he went away, and so why would they not be that? So as you put everything in perspective and call it what it is, and give the devil his due, if you will. You know, so you can't be dark and. He wants to sing so bad he can't help it.
His name's Johnny, and it might be a sin.
He can't help himself. He has to do it. Any phrase that reminds him of a song, he has to just jump into that song.
Yes, you know this, and that's the reason why you do half the stuff you do.
I know it's an OCD thing, so I love exploiting it. But yeah, you're gonna know if it's a demonic or not. Right, you're going to know, and with experience, you're going to know within just a little while too. Now, can you be fooled? Can I be fooled on a demonic presence?
Yes,
absolutely, I can. 100%, I can. But it's usually me being fooled as far as it not being one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's never or hardly ever food that it is one.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing is, you always err on the side of caution and safety when it comes to anything like that.
Right. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's why I clear it out and do what I do.
Exactly.
And I'm actually working on a class for that, too.
Oh, a class, huh?
Yeah, there's going to be certain stipulations to be able to take the class. You won't be able to just take it like you can our Cappy Camp class, our Haunting 101 class. You're going to have a little bit of experience under your belt and everything. But I'm working on a demonic class, demonic haunting class.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I've only got, and I'm not naming names, John, so don't even try it. But I've only got 2 right now that's ready for that class. So out of all the people on the team right now, I've only got 2 that's ready for it. So it's not going to be, open invitation on that one. But I'm working on that. I'm working on a case study class as well. So it's gonna grow. The educational part of it's gonna grow. It's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have someone assigned to it.
The
nothing but
educational manager of Cappy.
Paranormal 101 education manager.
Fun.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. So, but here's what I want everyone to take away. We're running out of time, but here's what I want everyone to take away from this. And we're going to continue this discussion on a different level next week. We're going to talk about possessions, more in depth on possessions. Possessions. Good and bad. If there is
9/10 of the law.
Right. But what I want to take away from it is if you go into an investigation, whether it's on your team or you yourself are investigating somewhere, you shouldn't be doing it by yourself. But if you are, and something red flags you and says this is something pretty dark, then this is not something you need to take on by yourself.
No.
It's not something that a layman needs to worry about. And you need to find the help of someone that's experienced. I used to say you need to find a demonologist, but I don't say that anymore because they're very hard to find.
Yeah.
I've stubbed.
You've stubbed your toes.
I've stubbed my toes several times on this. I've studied the demonology almost as much as I have the paranormal, but am I a demonologist? Absolutely not.
No. Why is that, Johnny?
Well, because I've never been approached by the Catholic Church. And that's the only way to become a demonologist. You can't apply for it. The Catholic Church has to contact you.
But, Johnny, I know I saw a thing online where you can take a class through, what was it? The Warren Foundation. Mm-hmm. And I can become a registered demonologist online.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a guy that had it all over his Facebook. He was a paranormal guy, and he was a certified demonologist through the Warren Foundation or something like that. Are you telling me that's not real?
Yeah, well, you can also be certified online to be a preacher, but I wouldn't grab a step ladder in a street corner right off the bat either. So
you can also be certified to be a Jedi, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome.
There's all kinds of stuff out there. Beth says, "What's that website?"
Yeah.
Beth wants to be a Jedi.
I need to be a Jedi.
Beth would make an awesome Jedi.
Oh yeah, she's already got that. This is not the droids you're looking for.
Yes, she's done that to me a few times.
Are you looking for droids?
No, I was going to say something about the team or something like that, and she's like, "You don't know that I messed that up. That's not possible. This is all your fault." And I've gone away thinking, even till today, that it was all my fault.
Well, it usually.
Well,
usually is.
It usually is.
Oh,
listen to the newbie jumping in.
What the heck?
Oh, I got stung by the newbie.
Just a little payback.
A little payback. But yeah, it usually is my fault. But she convinces me to believe that even more. So. But yeah, I want to go into possession next week and really kind of delve into that. But yeah, if you're in a situation, whether it be through an investigation or your own property, your own self, if you're in that situation and you need to get out of it, then contact someone who's experienced.
Well, don't we have a contact me section on our website?
We do.
CappyParanormal.com.
Yep. Go in there and just look it up and decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
Really quick before we do go, I want to thank our sponsor tonight, Michelle's Salon in Montgomery, Alabama, right there off of Taylor Circle, right off of Troy Highway. John, you need to get a perm.
Hey, I'm all about it. Maybe I'll go and get one right before our meet and greet.
That would be awesome. I'll gladly pay for your perm because it can't cost that.
Oh no, that's just 2 hairs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you want a perm or color or weave or what all this.
That's what I need. I need a weave.
Streaks or fades or any of that stuff. Anything to do with the hair. If you want it, go to Michelle's and give her a holler. Because if you don't want to go to the shop or you can't go to the shop, she'll come to your house. Because she also does travel cosmetology as well. So give her a call at 334-306-0670. 334-306-0670. Give her a holler and let her hook you up. But I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much, Lydia. Even though the only time you talked was to insult me.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
You're just getting used to it.
Thank you, John, for being here.
Oh, anytime.
Beth and Tom, I wouldn't want to do this without you guys.
Thank you very much. We enjoy it.
Yes, we always have a great time. I want everyone to do me a huge favor sometime this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make at least one person smile, because that, John, is the one thing that we need the most of, is smiles. Y'all have a paranormal week, and we'll see you same time, Saturday at 7 p.m., same channel. And be ready, because I want everyone to study up, kind of reduce a little bit of research on possession.
And don't look at TV or movies.
No, don't do that.
For reference.
Or the internet. Don't do that either. Go to your public library and pick up a dadgum book, for Christ's sake. More people need to do that.
What's a book?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next Saturday. Have a paranormal week and good night. Say goodbye, John.
Goodbye, John.
This has been Cappy, the Real Paranormal Podcast, a presentation of Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. Please tune in again for the next episode and download any previous episodes wherever you get your favorite podcast.